Chapter 6 is here. The island, the battle pass, the storyline, it all looks amazing. Today I will show you everything that we know about Chapter 6. Okay, so let's first look at the name. Chapter 6 Season 1 is called Hunters, but we need to keep in mind a few things. What are we hunting? Who is hunting and who are we hunting? Whatever, I don't know. I do have a huge theory at the end of this video though. But first, let's look at the Chapter 6 Season 1 key art. In this key art, we can see 7 skins. Then we have Godzilla in the background. We can see this cat-looking skin, a red samurai, a ninja version of Hope, which by the way is literally so sick. We have a guy with a mask in the background, a girl with horns, a girl flying a giant fish, and then Baymax. There are a few things here that we need to take note of that can show us what Chapter 6 will have in it. First off, the red samurai has a pet on his back. We haven't had a pet back bling since Chapter 1, and this makes me very excited. Obviously, Godzilla is in the background. This will be a huge part of Chapter 6 Season 1, so let's go ahead and take a look at the other image, the image that shows everything. This image shows a lot. Let's start from the left and move to the right. On the left top corner, we can see a futuristic neo-tilted mega city style location. There are some theories that this is the world that the mega city location originated from. After it was rifted in Chapter 4 Season 2, people believe this is where it was rifted from. It seems like this location will have a full interior, unlike Mega City, which had no indoor locations. We also have a giant Durburger, but this time he is sushi. That's about it for that location, but if we move down a little bit, we can see a giant turtle. This turtle has some trees on top of it, and we can assume that this will be a location that you can land at. Leakers say this turtle will move around throughout matches. This is a very fun and interactive detail. Moving down left a little more, we can see players gliding in and a new Japan style location. This location looks exactly like the one from the Fox Clan teaser a while ago. And I will give more information about the Fox Clan later, because it plays a huge part in Chapter 6. Moving right more, we can see 3 main skins shown in this image. We have a Samurai Hope, a witch-looking girl, and the Red Samurai. This guy looks kinda like Kato Thorn and Ronin from Chapter 3, possibly related as well. More on that at the end as well. Behind these characters, we can see some sort of dragon portal. This reminds me a little bit of the Rift Gate. Interestingly enough, the Rift Gate is what brought Mega City to Chapter 4 Island back a few years ago. That's just a thought and a theory, but an interesting secret is right here by Hope's foot. We can see a little white looking guy. I have no idea what this is. Maybe it's Baymax, but it's kinda hard to tell right now. Again, we can see on the bottom right another Japan style location, but this time it has a blue forest. This looks extremely cool. Moving up, we can see another building. This building seems to have an Oni mask on it, with a statue standing in the front. Interestingly enough, there have been a lot of Oni mask things related to Chapter 6. Leakers have found an Oni mask item, and Fortnite has been tweeting some teasers that led us to the Onigashima, which is the mythical island of Oni. Super interesting. Fortnite also teased some interesting emojis. They tweeted a purple circle, a wind emoji, a water emoji, and a fire emoji. This seems to be like the elements in a way. Hypex pointed out that the purple is for void. These are likely the Oni mask abilities, but we aren't done with this image yet. Because moving up to the top right, we can see this massive Godzilla. This looks awesome. Around him we can see some giant towers. And this location just looks really cool in general. Okay, that's it for that image, but we still have a few more teasers to look at. Fortnite dropped a teaser with the text, "Welcome to Onigashima, where demons roam. Explore the mystical and beautiful land. Obtain tasks, wield swords, and survive. Experience a never-before-seen Fortnite fused with Japanese culture." This is a teaser for the next collaboration, Demon Slayer, but also just a huge teaser for Chapter 6 in general. They said, beautiful land, obtain masks, wield swords. This is very interesting. The masks are most likely the Oni masks we talked about, and wielding swords might be something similar to the katana from the Mega City season. But what about the storyline for Chapter 6? Well, it seems that Hope will still be the main character. She has a new look, but we don't know much about what she will be doing yet. Besides hunting things, I guess? But the real story is about the Chapter 6 island. Where is it? Well, it seems that this is somehow related to the same world that the Fox clan is from. Back a few years ago, Fortnite randomly had a giant thing where the Twitter was hacked by the Fox clan. They explained how they were running from someone, and we never ever figured out what that meant. We had some hints towards it in Chapter 4 Season 2 when Mega City came, and we found out that this was their reality and where they ran from, and then they ran here for safety. But we never saw their actual reality, and it's possible that this is it. Maybe we will finally see what they were running from, and maybe we will finally get to understand their storyline, but that's not it. Last chapter, I realized something interesting. It kinda lined up perfectly with Chapter 2. Chapter 5 Season 1 and Chapter 5 Season 2 was the faction war. Ghost versus Shadow, Alter versus Ego, the Underground versus the Society. In Season 2, Midas came, and in Season 3, there was a disaster, with the first one being a flood of water and the second one being a flood of sand. And Season 4 was obviously Marvel. But the interesting thing is, Chapter 2 Season 5 was Hunters, Chapter 6 Season 1 is Hunters. It seems to be a continuation of Chapter 2 still, because the themes still completely line up. I don't know if this is on purpose or if this is an accident, but it's definitely interesting to say the least. If this is true, then Chapter 6 Season 2 would be Aliens, and that would be pretty cool, I won't lie. Actually, no. Chapter 6 Season 2 would be Primal, and then Chapter 6 Season 3 would be Aliens. No, please don't bring back Primal. But so far for the storyline, we haven't seen or heard about Jones for the next season. It's kinda sad, but I guess that's okay. Before we finish the video, I have a huge theory. With Chapter 6 being around Oni masks and stuff, and also heavily related to the Fox clan location, hopefully, there are two main things that stand out here. Both of these things I just mentioned have to do with a mask. The Fox clan rely on the mask that Drift has, and so does every other Fox clan member. For some reason, this mask ties them together with the Fox clan and gives them some sort of power. What if it's a similar power to the Oni masks that are going to be in Chapter 6 Season 1? Could these possibly have any correlation together? Maybe this is where the Fox clan is originally from, and that explains why they have somebody to fight against. Maybe it's another guy with a mask, or another team with a mask. Maybe it'll be Fox clan versus the Oni masks. Obviously that's just a theory, but I just thought it was interesting enough to include in the video. If we had 40k subs before Chapter 6, I will give away 10 battle passes for the new season. We can do it. Watch the video on the screen for the full Chapter 5 storyline explained. Use code PBJ.